Hey guys, if you want to see the full video and its context, consider joining my Patreon. That's where the real caffeine is at. Cheers.
And we're back talking about Nikolas, Diaper, Ivey. I didn't think that I would be talking about him again, but I'm glad that someone sent me this. That, hey man, did you notice that Nick is crying again on social media, as you once said, in a way? And I was like, oh, I didn't know, man. Let me check it out. And here we are. And here we are. So Nick decided to cry once again on social media. And let's see what he wrote here. I just do not have it in me anymore. Working to survive and not working on anything that I'm good at or passionate about is effing draining. If nothing pans out this year, I might have to quit. I'm tired. Now let's stop there for a second before we read the rest of the thread. Is this not what I said in prior videos about Nick? That he has chosen to go to an industry, go into the draining comic industry to work and use his creative energy for absolutely nothing in return. Yet for so long, he was very good at faking it until he made it. You know, D.D. Mark's philosophy. Well, Nick has been faking it for over 15 years. The guy is in his late 30s right now, and it seems like faking it till you make it, you're not gonna make it. Because he's been faking it, still clearly hasn't made it. However, despite this, right, there are still photos that he still posts, such as this. This was posted yesterday. This crybaby rant was posted today. The guy here writing a whole essay about thank you to DC Comics for for having me take a stab at these characters. I look forward to doing more in the future. Checking in. I've been busy with life, so I haven't been able to post much, but I want to show you guys this and let you know that my covers for Black History Month dropped this month, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much displaying a language of success and progress and that everything is just doozy. Once again, the fake it till you make it aesthetic. Taking them nice pictures, you know, with the nice background, looks like dude is in his office, but as far as I'm concerned now, I just had another dude tell me about what a lot of American comic book artists are going. They don't even live in an apartment. Y'all living in a house that you're sharing. You're sharing a room, right? Oh, you're sharing rooms, but one thing's for sure, y'all are sharing the same bathroom. And that is not freedom. That is not success. You want to know that what that reminds me of? It reminds me of university, bro, where we were all sharing the same kitchen and bathroom. But as a grown adult over the age of 30 and you're still living that way, that is not success. That is pitiful. Sorry, but it is. That is not inspiring, but that doesn't matter because as long as you fake it till you make it, right? It's guaranteed that you're gonna make it. Sorry, D.D. Mark, but Nikolas here has shown us that faking it doesn't mean you're gonna make it. He also says, I have some other stuff to announce soon, but I must ask you to please be patient with me for a bit longer. Not superhero related stuff, but other stuff, the stuff that you've been waiting forever on. What could it be? How can it be that you post something like this so positively, right? And yet the very next day you post this depressing catastrophe. How is it that these great things that are coming are so insignificant then, but you still say that they are great? How, Nick? How do you say you've been working to survive and not working on anything that you're good at or passionate about? You did this. You chose to go there. You're the one who abandoned Dream Vasper. You're the one who abandoned all your other original IPs that we subscribe to you for. Because you decided to go into the establishment I suppose out of fear that, hey, I invested my life in this art thing, I might as well go into the published establishment that is DC, because Marvel didn't want me because my politics may be too different. Whatever. Point is, 15 years ago, Image Comics would have opened the doors wide open for Nick. Dream Vasper would have been crazy selling right now had he done that, but no, he let fear get the best of him. He let desperation get the best of him. And then he sold his soul to DC, and it has been an unrewarding, unsatisfying, long, tragic experience. You're not passionate about what you're working on. The whole, hey, I'm drawing Static Shock, it's a black superhero. You don't technically give a damn, Nick. I mean, this statement mentions it here. Basically, you don't care. You're not passionate about Static Shock. You might have liked the character, but you don't like just doing what you're told like that. And that bread you getting ain't good enough, man. It ain't good enough. It's draining. This is what I've always said. Those who always said, hey, you're jealous because I'm more successful. Is this success? A guy, a grown-ass man, being a crybaby on social media and then switches off the comments. What is this? What is this? For so long, people like Nick have been trapped under this genjutsu that if you just believe it, it will happen. And now the guy has some entitlement that the universe owes him something. Because as D.D. Mark said in his video, hey, I'm saying fake it till you make it, but I'm not saying that it's actually going to happen. But I am also saying it is worth a shot. So something that cannot be proven that it will work, surely it can work if you just believe enough, but it might not work, but you should try anyways. Can you guys hear that? This is their mindset. Yo, Nick, you see this again, bro? It's a darn shame, really, that you had to go cold turkey and try to label me as the bad guy playing victim, because that's what you're good at. You want sympathy with your likes? You ain't getting no sympathy here, bruh. You're so lucky that I'm not saying, look at me while you die, Nick. Look me in the eyes while you die and perish. You're lucky I'm not that type of dude. You're lucky I'm not there to tell you, look at me while you die, nigga. Look at me. I don't have to say that. I'm not going to say that. But will these people learn from their lesson? I don't think so. Clearly, if we go to the second thing he writes here, he says, everyone's chance to get me on something ends this year. I can't do it anymore. Everyone's chance? But Nick, but you just shared that a big chance or a big thing happened here. What are you talking about, Nick? I mean, not long ago, you were sharing all them nice swag pics as if you're in control of your life, but you're clearly not. You're falling apart. You're falling apart. This is what happens when you have to play face, when you have to pretend, when you have to have the aesthetic of success and control. No control, bro. No, you have no control. Here's Nick again, right? Here it is again, saying, pretty much sharing that cocktail picture, saying, we'll get it on the next one. This isn't over. The connection was made. The friendship was established. It will happen. One way or another, the connection is too strong. Until then, I suppose we have to wait. So then he says this was posted 4 years ago. What kind of man posts ancient pictures as if they have some relevancy today? Especially if you read this correctly. The guy is having hope on friendship delivering returns. In this world, unless you sign the contract, there are no returns. No returns. The Japanese don't owe nobody anything. Nobody owes you anything anyway. But it is okay to believe that because the friendship was established, friendship, just because someone tells you their name, does it make them your friend? Isn't that what Hollow Ichigo said to Ichigo? Just because he had tea and cookies at someone's office, does that make them your friend? Unless you signed the contract, you ain't friends for nothing. You're just a nigga who was allowed to come in there for Black History Month, some token action. Sorry, but that's the reality. This is what happens when you're too afraid to stand on your own and rely on these establishments, especially establishments that in particular require you to submit to their disgusting, worthless politics. This is what happens. Let every person in the West that still wants to do manga understand that you got two chances, you got two options. If you're lucky enough to get into Image or Dark Horse, do that. Or go to Japan or go to France. Because many don't have the patience to build their own establishment as we're trying to do with the MANAA movement. But you see, Nick just went to the wrong one. Who knows why the heck he didn't try to go to, he went to Japan, but this is another thing. You got all these people, Kusunagi the Hunchback, Project Divider brothers, they are right there in Japan twiddling their thumbs instead of posting their one-shots in Shonen Jump. They are blocked away from the Jump headquarters, but they don't do it. Nick was at Square Enix, he was here and there, but nothing happened. Why? Why did nothing happen, Nick? Was it all a facade all this time? Was it all a means of just getting likes? Right? Once again, fake it till you make it. Let us read again what he said here. He says, either we're moving forward on something or we are not. I do not operate off hypotheticals. You've been operating on hypotheticals for 16 years, Nick. This whole thing of fake it till you make it is a hypothetical. That's what it is. It's a hypothetical. You've been living that way for 16 years. This post still admits that you're still under a genjutsu already. You're still there because you're still expecting someone. You're still expecting someone. Everyone's chance to get me onto something ends this year. You're giving people an ultimatum? Who in the world do you think you are? Only an entitled, spoiled brat living in their own world would say something like this. Nick is still in the genjutsu, crying out, expecting the universe or the god of milk and cookies from T.D. Jakes' church to deliver some prosperity. It's really a shame to witness something like this. He says, I cannot live off hypotheticals, you've been living it, and chopping it up. Sorry, I'm just irritated with the way people move. But that's how you've been moving. What you talking about? That's how you've been moving. Look at all them posts you made, bro. You've been moving as if everything was great. You wanna say that this and that got hit by a car right here, blah, blah, blah. Everything was great. You made the connection. Dude, you're a character designer for a Japanese company. So how then can you write all these things so early in the year? How can you do this? How can you do this? All the stupid hunchbacks that came after me in your honor, they cannot pay your bills. They cannot save you from your misery. You don't even want them to say anything to you because you switched off the comments, Nick. You switched it off because you know they have nothing to say. They can't really help you. What you decided to do was abandon and try to portray me as the real enemy. Yet I am the only friend this whole community really has. I am the one who is available to all. I am the one whom you can pick up the phone and call. I am the one who plugs others if they recognize that what they've been doing was not working. Me, Koffee Comics, right? I am the one who's genuine enough to still talk to you, even all that trash you wrote in the DMs that I have not yet posted. And yet, look at what you do now. Running headfirst into social media once again to cry and demand sympathy points through the liking system. That's very unmanly, Nick. Look at you, presenting yourself as this stoic Goliath of a man, but technically, you're just a little boy. You're just a little boy, man. You just keep proving, all these people keep proving that I'm right. Do you think it's fun witnessing this? All of you fall in a ditch after I've said, yo, there's a ditch over there. You might want to turn right. Nah, nigga, I'm not turning right. I'm gonna do my own thing. You're just a hater. And here you are now, crying about it. Then he says, dealt with too many empty promises from my own people for far too long. Now, I remember for Neverworld saying people of color been screwing each other over with Neo Caesar, this and that, Saturday AM. Them niggas been stabbing each other in the back. But technically, I'm assuming here, I'm speculating Nick means my own people, he means black people. Black Americans. I'm assuming this, I'm speculating that because at the end of the day, Nick is Mr. Blackity Black. He got the black flag and everything. Pro-black person. Which people are you talking about? People at your church? Who, Nick? People in your circle? You clearly don't have a circle if you gotta post this on social media, bro. So that 6,000 people can see it? 6,000 people saw this crybaby-ish, 200 people liked it. How do you feel? Do you feel better now? Did the likes wipe away your tears? They did for now. Will you cry again next week? Who are these people?
Hey guys, if you want to see the full video and its context, consider joining my Patreon. That's where the real caffeine is at. Cheers.